This is going to be a thing. I can just feel it in the air for today. What is up, everyone? It's your boy Chaotix. I I have always wanted to say that. Sounds fucking stupid, but whatever. What is up, everyone? It's I Chaotix, and I am back with my what should have been monthly Q&A, but we're in April, and you might be wondering, so what happened? What happened to March? Well, this is the March Q&A because the first time I recorded it, I did the Q&A. I answered all the questions. It was fabulous. And then I take it into my editing program, and unknowingly to me, when I was letting everything load up and stuff, I went to off do exercises and whatnot. I come back, and I know something kind of peculiar. Like, I'm looking through my footage, and I'm noticing that the audio was like, we got audio here and then flatline. Much like that. It was flatline. And I listened to it and I'm like, oh, joy! Yeah! Oh, great. I love it. I love it when my audio just goes completely out, right? I don't know what happened. Normally, if I have any audio issues, it's gonna be snap, crackle, and pop. But this time it was like, nah, bro, no sound. And I'm like, no, theoretically, I probably should just was like, you know what? Let's go ahead. And are you quite done? Mocha's with me at the moment, so yeah. Um, I should have just suck it up and just redid the video, but it was like an hour long, and I'm like, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to go through that again. We'll wait it out. Here we are on the 7th of April, and it's technically supposed to be raining, and I'm supposed to be getting a mixture of snow. Don't quite believe that last part. Rain, yeah, I could totally see that. Snow, not quite buying it. Even if it did snow, it's fucking warm. So that's not going to. No, I don't believe that part. Anyway, so here we are. So yes, this is still the March Q&A, but however, I do have an update video because things did happen afterwards, which also prolonged me for doing this video because I have some issues. I have some issues to address. That's kind of annoying me with one of my projects, and then there's stuff that I was going to talk about with another project. But I'll say that for the end of the video. So if you want to be patient, let me go through these questions again. We'll get to the more stuff that's irritating me at the moment, and then we can all cross our fingers and hope that this all works, so I don't have to do this for a third time, and I don't get interrupted either, because that can be a thing. So, without further ado, welcome to the belated March Q&A. And before I get started, let me just say thank you to everyone that wished me a happy birthday. It really meant a lot to me. Even the surprise birthday party I got, where I got a whole bunch of stuff and things and stuff. Thank you guys. Because I don't know where I'm putting half the stuff at. I just do it. I was like, hey, just go there. Cool. we're organized. At this point, it's all organized. But when I got all this stuff, I was like, where do I put everything? I have no space. Anyway. So yeah, I want to take a short moment and just be like, thank you for anyone that wished me a happy birthday. If you didn't know, yeah, my birthday is in March. I'm on the 21st of March, and it's a whole new year for me now. Hot diggly damn. It's a whole new year. New Year's came, and I'm like, booyah, I'm a year older. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then if anyone was kind of wondering, just to because some people are, I know, I already know that the question is going to come to me already. Why do I consider my birthday as a new year? Because literally I became a year older. So, New Year. It's like how we celebrate New Year's. It's like, hey, the world became a year older because apparently that's the day that the world was born, and we all just happen to know about this, and that makes sense. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm good. You do you. You do you, dog. You do you. So yeah, for me, I consider my birthday as the new year. That's my new year started, and man, did it start it off with a bang. But that's another story for an entire different video. Let's get started with the Q&A. Okay. I got 3 people to ask me questions. In the original video, I had to go find one of the videos inside the video to make the video that I was supposed to have out for you in March. But now here we are with this video where I have everything listed out for me. So go team go. It's like we spaced time, rewind, came back, and then fucked up, and then somehow took a spaceship, and somehow that went through a black hole, and we sucked through time and space, and here we are now. Long-winded. It's okay. It's okay. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to split this off, because I had 3 people to ask me questions. Obviously, in February, I skipped some questions. I'm saving that for the end, because some of these questions are actually all going to be linked to one question, while the others are just kind of like there. So, I'm going to start off. Let's see, who should I pick one first? Let's do Sweet Mad Hatter, because she asked me some more questions. Oh, dear Lord, did she ask me some questions? She asked me a lot of questions. So we'll start with her, and we'll work our way down to the bottom, shall we? I think we shall. Yay. So, the first question she asks, and this is a doozy already. She's batting 1,000, apparently. How big is your tongue? Okay. And can I touch my nose with it? You know, interesting. I know, like, when I was in school, back in, like, what, elementary, partly of middle school, there were kids that could do, I can't. My tongue's not long enough to do that. And yeah, I don't know where else to go with this question. Like, I can't do it. It's not my tongue can't reach my nose. Apparently I don't know. I don't even know how to. Yeah, no, I can't. I just, no, just not. I'm sorry. No. My tongue's not really that big. It's kind of the of my, but I don't know how to describe this. It's a regular size, I guess, but you know, well, like, what would even be regular size at this point? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm gonna assume that my tongue's regular size, like most people. I mean, I've seen some freaky ass tongues though. Like, there was a picture a while back that I came across, and there was this girl, and her tongue was like, she was like, I'm like, how? What? Where does that all go to? Like, when that goes back in your mouth, like, where does that go? Like, I don't even, like, no, I just, that's weird. Freaky, but mostly weird. You know? So, also, now that we're actually talking about tongues, I saw, it's a guy, I can't think of his name, but he has, like, a really long tongue as well, right? But he has it split at the tip, so it's like a reptile's tongue, and then he has the teeth like a fucking can't think of this guy's name, but it's some freaky shit, and I'm like, I guess if you got it, why not? Cool, just don't be eating people or whatnot. I don't know what you do, bro. Just you do you, man. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, already batting 1,000. The next question is, what is the best game you have ever played? And was it in a group or solo? Well, I generally do not play online games. I don't. the most that I've really played online wise has been Smash Brothers, which I can already tell you that was not fun for anyone in that experience. And then there is Mario Kart. Mostly Mario Kart 8. 8 or 8 Deluxe, whatever. It's about the same damn game anyway. Um, those are like some of the few games that I played online. I played Destiny a little bit online, before Sony was like, "Oh, you didn't pay for our online service. I guess you can't play with your friends then." And I'm like, I wasn't really playing with my friends. I was playing with random strangers. So, uh, okay, cool. That right? Thank you, because I should pay to play with random people on the internet or my friends, even though I could just go on Steam and not do that. I really wish they just dropped that all entirely. That just drives me nuts. But my favorite game, or the best game in my opinion that I've ever played, is the original Jet Set Radio. Okay, I like it should be not even a secret. I love the shit out of that game. That game is like legit my favorite game of all time. That game is me. That game came out in a time where I was actually interested in graffiti. I actually have a few graffiti books and stuff like that. Like it just came at the right time. I was an angsty teen at the time, and I was like, and I love inline skating as well. I have my rollerblades like where I would go over there. That would literally mean for me to like jump over my bed to get to my skates. So I mean, it screamed at me, and I know for a fact in the Twitterverse, there's some crazy ass fans that really want to get Jet Set Radio Future ported to the Switch, which is all fine and dandy. I personally would want the original on the Switch, so that way I can buy the game yet again, because it's not like I haven't bought that game multiple times. I mean, I have multiple copies of it on Dreamcast. I have for the PS3, I have for the Xbox 360, I have it for the Vita. Yeah, it would not surprise me if I bought it again just to have it on the Switch, because I would do that. I would do it for the same for Future as well, but if I had to be perfectly honest with you, from one Rudy to another, Future, too easy. Too easy. Like, I like what they did with that game, do not get me wrong. I like that the world's a lot more bigger and how everything's basically connected, even though it's a loading screen that's loading the whole place up, whatever, but it gives you the feel like, oh, this world's connected. Yeah, I feel like it's too easy. It's like hold trigger to win, basically. Unless you're like doing one of those mini games to progress the story. The game's still fairly easy. Like, yeah, no, that game is easy. I think really the only difficult thing was trying to get all the graffiti souls in that one, because of the mission-based stuff that they wanted you to do, which made no sense of what they were talking about. Like, did anyone in Shibuya Cho Terminal, did you realize that one of them was literally jump on every platform, like every like tall platform in the game? Because that description they give you made no sense whatsoever. And there's others like that you're just kind of like, wait, you want me to do what? So, yeah. I mean, outside that, I like some of the changes they did to the game, but I just felt like I like the arcadic arcadey feel of the original one, because you got a time limit. It actually scores you on how well you did and stuff. So I felt like that was, to me, the better game. So if they made a third game, if you hear that, Sega, if you make a third game, could you do like something that's like a hybrid of the first two games and kind of mesh both of them together to have like that perfect Jet Set Radio game? That would be, I'd be all for it. I'd be all for it. And I would want this game on everything, because I would buy it multiple times. Like, I would literally walk into a GameStop and just be like, yeah, I want to do 3 pre-orders of the same game on all these systems. Hell, I'll even buy it on Steam, even if I probably couldn't play it because it's going to be Windows only, because, I have it on Steam as well, but I can't touch it because it's only PC. Yay. Anyway, anyway, long-winded answer, but yes, Jet Set Radio is my favorite game of all time, and is, in my honest opinion, one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. You know, it's one of those games that I go back and I play. Like, honestly, when I think about it, Jet Set Radio, Final Fantasy VII, and Mario Kart 64 are probably the games that I go back to the most. I would say currently a game that I've been going back to the most a lot is Sonic Mania. Probably Sonic Mania, to be honest. Other mentioned games are like Kirby's Adventure and Mega Man 2. I always go back to those games. But I mean, like, those are certain games that I go back and I keep playing, besides Project Diva, but that's for a completely different reason. But yeah, there you go. There's the answer. There's the answer. If you didn't know, now you know. Yay. Next question is, have you ever pulled a prank? Have you ever pulled a prank on someone and it backfired? No. I've never been the prankster kind of person. I have people pull pranks on me and it's backfired on them sometimes. So that's been a thing. Isn't that right, BFF? Because, oh my goodness, she likes to play a lot of pranks on me. And, you know, every once in a while, it kind of blows up in her face. And she's kind of like, oh, so that's how it is. And I'm like, yes, it is. So, yeah, maybe I'm just not original when it comes to, like, I've never had the I guess maybe on April Fool's Day, but I mean, I can't really count that because I feel like I just do the same thing all the time. So, you're like, hey, look at that. Like, oh, no, made you look, no, that's stupid. So, you know, whatever. No, I've never been the pranker. You know, I probably have, like, the prankster mentality. I've never been the type to actually pull a prank on someone. Maybe I should. And if I did pull a prank, what would it be? How should I do it? How should I go about it? What should be like who should be my target? I don't even know. See, there's too many questions to even kind of like, I don't know how to go about this. It seems like too much work, and I'm lazy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm lazy, and I just kind of want to chill and hang out and just have a good time. I don't feel like pranking people. You know, I'm just saying. Next question. How fast can you eat one of your favorite candy bars? And have you ever ate more than 5 in one sitting? Honestly, I've never ate any of my candy bars extremely fast. I like to savor the flavors and all the stuff while I'm eating my favorite candy bar. So I'm not wolfing down my food or my junk food or whatnot. Even though, oh man, I would love to have a whatchamacallit, but I'm trying to get rid of this gut, so you know. Sacrifices. Anyway. No, I don't really eat my food. Food or candy, I don't really wolf it down. Unless it's mac and cheese. My goodness, my mom would make the best mac and cheese, and I would just want more of it. I'm just, it's so good. It's so good. But, aside from that, yeah, no. And as for, can I eat 5 in one sitting? I normally just max out on 2. Like, I guess if there was the king size version, because, you know, we're here in America. Well, I'm here in America. You guys are all over the world, because some of you guys are in Australia, some of you are in the UK. From my analytics, some of you guys are from Russia, Japan, and I'm just like, it's, you know what? kind of surprises me that I barely have anyone that's from the States that watches my videos. It's everyone that's outside the United States that seem to watch my videos, which makes me kind of, I don't know, feel kind of humble a little bit because I'm like, hey, I'm reaching a demographic that's not in my country. That's a little bit weird, but okay. But then again, it's not like I'm really, I wasn't really, I don't know why I'm saying really. I'm not born in the United States of America. I was born in a different country, and I just came here because military. So, the more you know. The more you know. And if you're wondering right now what country I came from Italy. So, there you go. Shit. Oh, like I was saying, because in America, they like to make king size versions of everything. You want like a Kit Kat? Well, here's a king size Kit Kat. You want a Reese's? There's a big ass Reese's bar that I don't even think is king size. I think it's like giga size. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, anyone that's from the States, you know what I'm talking about. In Valentine's Day, they have like candy bars that are extremely fucking big. And I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck's going to eat all that? Not me. Maybe if it's a Kit Kat. Maybe. Only because they're kind of like wafers a little bit. Maybe. But no, you're asking for like some health issues somewhere down the road. Anyway. Yeah, the king size, whatchamacallits, are like double the size of a regular one. So if I had to say how many I've eaten in a sitting, I would say probably 4. If I had 2 king size, that's probably like 4 altogether. But again, I'm not wolfing them down, so I'm like, I'm still say 2's my max. So there we go. There we go. Next question. What is your favorite food apart from vanilla pudding and candy bars? Can we just hold up for a second? I like how she explicitly said vanilla pudding and then candy bars. Look, I may love vanilla pudding, or just pudding in general, but mostly vanilla pudding. I'm aware that vanilla pudding is not really food, okay? Like, I know that the stuff's not food, alright? I just want to make sure we're clear. And I don't really eat a lot of candy bars, to be honest. Like, when I think about all the candies I actually do eat, I eat Kit Kats, Reese's Cups, whatchamacallits, Snickers every once in a while, Three Musketeers, just something I'm missing. I already know there's that. Oh, M&M's, the little Kiss things, Twix. I'm really trying to think about this. What's the other one? I know there's another one. I can't fucking think of what it is. Well, fuck it. Those are like the main ones anyway. Like, I don't really like. I guess candy's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. If it's in reach, then I'm like, I'll start eating them, and I won't stop eating them, which is kind of a bad thing with me. But if it's not there, I don't care about it. Now, if it's ice cream, that's a different story. But you know, whatever. Excuse me, guys. But as for my favorite food, oh man, I love lasagna. I love lasagna. I like spaghetti too. Like I like a lot of pastas, which is also really bad for me. But I do. I really enjoy eating pastas. But you know what? I think the one thing, and I've already mentioned this, anytime like I'm not extreme I'm a little bit picky about what I eat when it comes to food wise. However, there's nothing really beats like a home cooked meal, and I think that's one of the things that there's a lot of things that I missed that my mom did, but her cooking was so good. So good. She's taught me how to cook certain things. Like she's taught me how to make spaghetti, meatloaf, how she cooks broccoli and how she does mac and cheese. So I'm not as good as she is. Maybe one day I will be able to replicate. I hate English. Be able to make what she made in time. But to be honest, I love it when my mom made when she would make her meatloaf with either mashed potatoes or broccoli with cheese or mac and cheese. Like any of those things, I really enjoy eating. I love eating that kind of stuff. I would say my most favorite thing that she made would be the mac and cheese. Like I could eat, like we could have Thanksgiving dinner, eat all that stuff. I would still just want the mac and cheese. Like that's how good it was. Like I'm not trying to make it sound like it's like the best thing ever, but for me personally, that was the best thing. I like, it tastes so good. And you know what's so bad? There's a lot of people who just can't do it. Like I don't mind eating mac and cheese just cuz, but then I'll eat some of it, I'm like, it doesn't taste right. It's missing something. Like I know, like my dad, he gets pretty close as well with making it. And I'm like, but it's still missing something. It's missing something. And honestly, if I could read my mom's cookbook, because she wrote all her recipes down, if I could read her chicken scratch, I'm sorry, but no, I'm sorry, Mom. I still can't read your handwriting. I'm trying. Some of it I can decode, but then again, she wrote in cursive. I can't really read cursive that well. It's like a whole bunch of loops and scoops and stuff, and I'm like, okay. I like print. But no. Yeah, I would say the mac and cheese. I would say a good runner-up would be lasagna. I love lasagna. Oh my goodness. That is something that I could technically eat all day and become really fat and obese. So, yeah, it's a good thing I don't eat that all the time. So, but yeah. My answer is going to be mac and cheese for this one. You know, I like meat. But I love crab legs, too. Oh my goodness, I love crab. I can eat crab legs all day. I'm still sticking with mac and cheese, but there's a lot of runner-ups. There's a lot of things I like to eat. So, kind of want I say mac and cheese, but I'm thinking of crab legs. So, whatever. Let's move on. Before I make myself more hungry. Because that's the last thing we need at 8 o'clock in the morning. Wow, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, cool. Moving on. Next question that she has. Have you ever had a gobstopper? And if so, how long do you suck it for? More sucking questions, like I said. Okay, cool. Yeah, alright. So the first time I answered this question, I had to look up what a gobstopper is because I have no idea what the hell that shit is. And after looking it up and seeing what it is, I never had one. I never had one at all. Even with the time that it took me to redo this video, I haven't went out of my way to go find one. Which is weird because I've been to like several different grocery stores. I just, like I said, I don't really think about candy. Like, if I have it, cool. If I don't, it's not a big deal. But, yeah, I haven't even stopped to go check one out. So, I can't answer this question. So, I can't tell you how long I could suck on one. So, dirty jokes aside, that's a thing. Yay. Fantastic. I feel like every time she's going to find some way to have a question that revolves around me sucking on something. I have a feeling about it. I have a feeling. I know where her dirty mind's going at. Cool. Got it. Anyway, moving on. Her next question is, if you chew gum, how long do you chew it for? Before he sucked all the flavor out? Okay. So, this kind of goes along with candy. I don't care for gum. I mean, I've had gum, obviously. What person hasn't had gum before? I'm pretty sure someone would be like, I never had gum. I'm like, well, congratulations. Johnny, please tell him what he won. But for reals, like I've had gum, and it's alright, but it's not something you can actually just eat. You gotta chew it, and then there's the flavor, which undoubtedly tastes good. Unless you got like that weird kind of gum or that trick gum it's awful. I've dodged a bullet several times with that. Where I guess again, when people try to pull a prank on me because I don't care for gum, I'll be like, nah, I pass. But no, I think if anytime if I happen to have gum, I normally just chew on it till the flavor's gone. Once the flavor's gone, then I'm like, I don't care. And blowing bubbles, fuck that nonsense. I can't do it. Like I've tried several attempts, and I just like fuck it. I was not meant to blow a bubble gum. Like I wasn't that. Apparently, when I was born, they literally was like, this one cannot blow bubbles with bubble gum, and he cannot whistle. True story. I can't whistle either. So the mouth doesn't want to do that kind of stuff. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck to tell you guys. But yeah, I can't do it. So normally, if I'm chewing gum, it's just for the flavor. I can't eat it. I mean, you could swallow it, and it's gonna be stuck in you. No, whatever. But yeah, no. I normally chew it for the flavor. Once the flavor is gone, I'm like, peace. You're out. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so she has an innocent question. She says, okay, innocent question. When I was a kid, I believed that at the end of a rainbow, there was a leprechaun, a pot of gold. Were you ever fooled by this and tried to get to the end of the rainbow? Oh, okay. So, okay. Alright. Okay. Leprechauns, pot of gold, rainbows and stuff. Okay, so here's my thing. I've obviously seen a rainbow before. Hopefully everyone that's probably watching this video has seen a rainbow at some given point because yeah? Because yeah? It's a fucking rainbow. Anyway, but was I ever fooled with the whole tale of at the end of the rainbow, there's a leprechaun with a pot of gold. If you get it, the gold's all yours. I've heard of this. I've heard of this tale, but there's always been one problem, and maybe this is how I thought about it as well, even as a little kid. I see the rainbow, right? I can see the right. I see all of that. Not like the golden arches, like a certain place that I don't like, but I see the rainbow. But my question is, where did it start? Like, if I'm supposed to follow the rainbow to the end, right? How do I know which one is the beginning and the end? And then on top of it, how do I even see where to begin? Like, you could never, so my thing is, it's not like the rainbow, like I can see the rainbow above my head or something like that. Ow. Hit a funny bone. Anyway, it's not like I can see it going over my head to be like, well, it's one of these directions, and there's always like a little time limit about these rainbows, because after a while that this is gonna fade away anyway. So me personally, I'm like, well, I guess the leprechaun gets to keep his gold because I don't know where it starts and I don't know where it ends. So what am I supposed to do with that? And also, you know what? Now that makes me think of the movie Leprechaun. Creepy motherfucker, right? Like no, just no. Also. Now that we're talking about leprechauns, I have a mini story. Sit down. I got a little tale to tell you guys. So, at my job, maybe like a year or so ago, give or take, I can't really break it down, but I worked with a manager who was terrified of leprechauns, right? And in March, we have this day called St. Patrick's Day where people wear green. If you don't, you get pinched. And if I'm like, you pinch me, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face. But that's just how I roll. But what's so funny is that on that St. Patrick's Day, as we are working at our establishment, this guy comes in dressed like a fucking leprechaun, and she immediately ran into the office. It's like, I'm not coming out till that guy's gone. And I'm like, at first I was like, what's going on? Are you okay? And then, because she told me prior to this that she was scared of leprechauns, I turn, and this guy, very fucking convincing to be a leprechaun. And I'm just like, that's fucking creepy. Wow. And then I thought a bit more. I'm like, I turned to her, I'm like, I thought leprechauns were shorter than that. Right? Because now I'm just being a smart ass. Like, she's just like, I'm not fucking dealing with this shit. Nope. And I'm just like, well, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He's just sitting in the back doing leprechaun thing. I don't even know what the fuck. So it took a while for this guy to leave. And oh my goodness, just to see the facial reaction. Like, I know it's not funny, right? I get it. Like, you shouldn't make fun of people and their fears. That's, not cool, right? Because I know there's been several people who've used my fear against me and posted stuff on my wall that when I wake up, I'm literally freaking the fuck out and jumping out of my bed. Thank you, by the way. And, yeah, like, I know it's not funny, but in the moment, it kind of was. Like, even when people scare me with my fear, I know they're fucking laughing. I know they're fucking laughing at me. And you know what? One day, Karma's gonna be a bitch, and I'm just gonna be like, serves your ass right. So, maybe me laughing at her about her leprechaun fear was enticing to things that happened to me later on that year that someone got on me. And you know what? It's a circle of life. It's a jump scare circle of life. Yay. But that's all 4 questions. Cool, right? I know, very long-winded answers, but you get what you pay for. And seeing how this is free, yeah, fantastic. So let's move on to the next person, which is Mix6. And he had a question that he asked on one of my videos. And yeah, let's see what he got. Okay. He says, since you're a vanilla pudding guy, have you tried other vanilla stuff? I just saw vanilla milkshake tarts. Yeah, that is strange. Strangely enough. First off, there's a vanilla milkshake tart. Like, I said this in the previous video, but I still have not, like, I've actually tried to find this. I still can't find it. Like, a vanilla milkshake tart, totally gonna be bad for me, right? But I gotta try it because it's vanilla. Like, okay, so here's my thing. Here's my thing when it comes to pudding and vanilla. Yes, I love pudding. Pudding is the best damn thing on this planet. And if anyone wants to argue about me that it's not, you're going to be in for a very long argument with me. And I'm most likely still going to win. But besides that fact, because pudding is the best thing in this whole goddamn place, fact of life right there. The thing about it is, even though I love pudding, I am addicted to vanilla. Very, very, extremely addicted to vanilla. Perfume, yes. Cologne, even though I hate perfume and cologne, but if it's a vanilla flavor of it, like a vanilla scent or something, I have no problems with it. See, it's kind of hard because, like, when you think of vanilla, you think of, like, vanilla ice cream or, like, vanilla cupcakes or even, like, a vanilla cake or something. Like, you think of more sweet things. So, I mean, when it comes to that, yes, I've tried several different things. Different kind of candy bars, like vanilla flavoring candy and stuff. Like, yeah, I have tried a lot of different things that are vanilla flavor. But it's never been anything that's just been, like, a weird thing that you'd be like, really? Vanilla? Like for baby rag ribs, there wouldn't be a vanilla version of baby rag ribs. I mean, if it was, I would try it, but I feel like it wouldn't be good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get too crazy with vanilla, but I mean, God, like there was this one time. I know we're going on a side. This one time, this girl walked by me, and I literally could smell vanilla, and I'm just like, I think I love her. Like that's how addicted to the shit that I am. It's bad. Like literally, I even have like in my bathroom, like when I'm cleaning and whatnot, and you have those little air freshener spray things, whatever. I literally have a vanilla one. So after everything's clean, everything's settled, I'll go in there and just be like, shh, spray the bathroom, like, smells better now. like it's weird. It's weird. I know it's weird. Like I know that it's weird. It's an addiction. It's my personal addiction. I don't know what to tell you guys. Now I'm curious, is there any other sweets? Because I didn't know about the Par-Tart one. If there's any other vanilla sweet stuff, because again, I feel like, or like vanilla food, like, I don't know. I know like different kind of vanilla. It's weird. I don't know. Look, the point of the matter is I'm addicted to vanilla. As far as eating vanilla stuff, yeah, you know what I would like to try now I'm thinking about it? I would like to try a red velvet with vanilla inside of it. Like, I'm wondering how much that would actually might have to test that one out one day. Might have to test that one out. Yeah. Oh, but the best thing I had. I'm not sure if any of you guys are aware of this. Normally on my birthday, I would have an ice cream cake. I haven't had one of these in like years, and if I had one now, I probably wouldn't share it with nobody. I would eat it all for myself because it's literally cake and ice cream. I can have my cake and ice cream together. Why would I want to share that? That's mine, right? But I remember my mom, she would get me for my birthday an Oreo ice cream cake. And literally it was just like, it had chocolate, right? It had a little chocolate, but it was basically just a vanilla ice cream cake, and it was so good. It was so good. It was the best. Like, think of this. You have a cake, and then you have ice cream inside the cake and around it. It was so good. Oh, I want one so badly. Oh, and the fact that it was Oreo, I was like, can I dunk this into like a big thing of milk? I have issues. Moving on. Also, if you're kind of curious what's my favorite ice cream, it's the cookie and cream of Edie's. I love that. But then, like, there's another brand of ice cream that's just, they have, like, one that actually is, like, ice cream cake, and it's, like, red velvet, and it's so good, and god damn it, now I'm hungry. Now I'm fucking hungry. Now I feel like I need to have some junk food. And I can't because I'm trying to lose weight. God damn it. The moment that everything is back to proportionate size to me again, I'm having me some ice cream. God damn it. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, because now I'm going to feel sad because I can't have the sweets that I desperately want. That I desperately want. God damn it. Okay. So, the last few questions. This is asked by Sin, who asked the questions back in February. She asked me a few questions. Now, a lot of this is going to actually tie in together. Two of these questions are going to tie together to one, so I'm going to leave that at the very end. But the other two, however, are fairly interesting questions, and I'm kind of glad she asked this. The first question she asked is, what is my star sign? For those who don't know what she's talking about with star signs, she's asking me what's my horoscope? What's my zodiac sign and whatnot. And I'm gonna do you a twofer for this. As far as Chinese zodiac sign, I am an ox. Born in 1985. I was born in the year of the ox. Ox is basically like a leader type. I'm not too well versed in the whole Chinese zodiac, but I know like very little bit of it. I just know like I'm basically the beginning. I'm basically like at the start of the whole thing, which is fairly interesting because as for my zodiac sign, I'm on the cups. I'm on the cups of the Pisces and the Aries. I fall more on the Aries side because my birthday is on the 21st, but I was starting to come out on the 20th. So I was coming out on the 20th of March, but I came out on the 21st of March. So I'm like really on that line. I'm really on that line of just being like, I'm two signs at once. So it's like I'm a water and I'm a fire. Yeah. So, you know, I feel like the more sensible side of me, the more sensitive side of me, and the more calming side of me that we rarely get to see in these videos, unless like at the very beginning when I didn't know what the hell I was doing, I was kind of nervous. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's more of the Pisces side of me. Anything that's more like outgoing, more sporadic, smartassery, that is definitely more the Aries side. I feel like I said, I feel like I take more of the Aries side than I do of the Pisces. I would say if I had to really just pick a side, I most likely pick the Aries side. That's definitely more me, but I have some attributes that are very much Pisces, very much so. But yeah, that is my star sign, and it's also kind of interesting because Aries starts off the whole zodiac sign, and the onyx, and the ox starts up all of the Chinese ones. So I'm like a double leader type person because I don't take shit and I'm not a fucking follower. So you know, there's that. Yeah, I'm definitely what they would call a leader type, even though I don't lead anyone. I mean, I guess I do, and if I did, I'm not really sure, but I guess I'm a leader type, I suppose. I mean, like I said, I don't really follow anyone. And this is actually kind of interesting, like especially people that work with me. People that work with me know that I kind of have my own thing, my own way of doing things, and I'm kind of bossy. Well, okay, bossy is not the right word. I'm kind of the type of person that's like, if it's supposed to be done a certain way, I want it done that way, and I can get really anal about it, let's just say. So I want to get my work done correctly, kind of. It's weird. That's why I always tell my friends, like, you don't ever want to work with me. Don't ever work with me. Like, you will not like it. You will not like me. I'm literally telling you guys this now. But then again, I have worked with some of my friends and it's been fine for the most part. Unless I'm in a bad mood, then that's different. Whatever. So, next question she asked me. Oh, I completely forgot about this as a candy thing. How did I get the name Starburst? Okay, so, obviously I've had a lot of different nicknames throughout my life. Obviously we have Chaotix or Chaotic Fusion. For a while, some people call me Rapid. There is certain people who call me like certain names. But Starburst is a very interesting name and how I got it. It started off as kind of just messing around at work. You know, everyone was giving everyone like names of candies and stuff like that. Like there was someone named Red Hot because they were kind of a hothead and whatnot. And you know, we had someone named was it Jolly Rancher? Yeah, Jolly Rancher and other names. And then when it came to me, see, the thing about it is my name tag would have my name and stuff, and at the time I had this star symbols. So literally if someone If someone wanted to report me, yeah, it's the guy that had like stars as his name. Yeah. that was a great idea. Anyway, they were like, we should call you Starburst. And at the time I was like, well, I like stars. I am a galaxy kind of person. I have a burst for energetic kind of mean personality. Yeah, I can see Starburst, and I just rolled with it. And then, like, the more I thought about it, because even at a time when I was doing, like, this is like, I was already making YouTube videos. I was like, maybe I should make a channel called Starburst. But then I thought about it even more so. I was like, no, because I'm pretty sure that would just, I would always get copyrighted by something, by the people who made Starburst. And I'm like, it's a damn good name, though. So when it comes to Starburst, very, very few people call me this. Maybe like two, three people may call me, but there's only people that actually knew about the name. Like, not now anyone knows about the name, so I'm pretty sure people are like, "Hey, Starburst," I'm gonna be like, "Yo, what's up?" Um, but yeah, I don't. It's just one of those goofy days that we're all just being silly, and I just got dubbed Starburst. I don't know what to tell you guys after that. Oh man. So yeah, that's the name of Starburst. I would say if it had a meaning to it, I couldn't give it to you guys right at the moment right now, because literally I think if Starburst has a meaning to it, it's gonna tie in to the last question, which is a twofer. So I'm gonna just do both these questions at the same time, and it goes with, what is the meaning behind cooly flow? And then the next question is, how did you come up with the name Chaotic Fusion? So, how I came up with the name Chaotic Fusion and the meaning behind cooly flow are kind of intertwined with one another. I tried to explain this in the previous video, but I don't really think I did a really good job explaining the back history of all this. So let's start off with Chaotic Fusion. How did I get the name Chaotic Fusion? How did that name come to be? Where the hell did that name come from, right? Well, I've mentioned this in Sonic Mania. Chaotix, the way Chaotix is spelled is not, I didn't misspell it because I wanted to misspell it. No, I got that from Knuckles Chaotix. I have the 32X game. Obviously, I'm a big Sonic fan. I read the comics, draw them, stuff like that. Yada yada yada. Totally love the new animations that they have popping out on the Sonic channel. Whatever. But Chaotix came from that. Fusion, I just, at the time I thought about it, it's like, should I have like another name? Because Chaotix, I mean, that sounds cool and all, but I felt like it was incomplete, like it needed something else. So I went with Fusion because I thought about my life at the time. At the time I was in, like, the time I got this name, I was basically in high school when I came up with the name. Like, I would say between middle and high school is when I had the name Chaotic Fusion. And at the time, that was like my username that I would talk to people on the interwebs back when we had like chat room messages and people, when people were actually using IMs and stuff. I don't think anyone well, I mean, we still kind of use it, but it's like in the form of like what, Facebook or DMs, or like you're messaging someone like on Skype or Discord, or any of that crap. But yeah, I settled on Chaotic Fusion because my life was just plain chaos. There is so much crap that I went through from elementary school to middle school and even high school. Like, there is a story there that maybe at one day I might talk about. I might just do a video just talking about my life growing up and just all the crazy shit that I went through. Like, I went through some things that I don't think a kid should have to have gone through. And I also feel like as a child, I kind of grew up a lot faster than my peers. Um, so there was a lot of things, a lot of crazy stuff that happened, a lot of crazy changes that went down, and it just made sense. Like, I felt like I was just a fusion of chaos because of all the crazy shit that I had to deal with, whether it had to be with family, friends, associates, school life, life in general, just everything, right? So when I came up with the name, I came up with this name when I wanted to make my own online account. Um, and at the time, I had another name. I actually had two other names. I'm not going to tell you what those are because one of them is basically dead, and the other one is kind of a business kind of account thing where I just kind of take care of certain businessy things. But chaotic fusion was just something that I could just be like, this is me, this is my persona in a weird way, and go off from there. It would actually be a little bit later on that I would come up with cooly flow. Now, cooly flow was something that had a personal meaning to me. Cooly flow for me is taking the negativity in life, seeing, I guess, the silver line or the bright side of things, and taking that negativity and making it positive. There was a long time in my life where I dwelled on the negativity of things. I was what my mom would call a Debbie Downer, right? That was kind of like me, which is, as you can tell, not the persona that I'm showing you guys right now because I changed. There was a lot. It took many years for me to be who I am now, and it's really thanks to someone that I met in middle school, the changes that happened to me in high school, and then the stuff that happened to me after high school to get to me who I am today. And cooly flow was basically me telling myself not to take things so seriously, because honestly, like I said, back to like working, I take things very seriously. I do. I take things very seriously. I take things to heart, and I like, if I screw up, I'm really hard on myself and whatnot. And this was kind of like my thing of the saying, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right, you know. But with that, there had to be a mentality change as well. Like, yeah, I could say it, but how do I show it? You know, and honestly, it took me to actually get away from the chaos to just be in a place where I felt like I can be me. And for me personally, I love being at the beach. The beach to me is just kind of like that place of I can relax. I can just kind of let it all hang out, so to speak. And I really feel like I'm not explaining this correctly, but I'm trying, guys. But like, being out at the beach, being in the water, just kind of just like chilling and stuff, I just felt free. I felt like any problems, any worries, anything that was bothering me was gone. So I wanted to take that mentality from there and use it to when I needed it. So anytime I feel really stressed out, anytime I feel like I'm kind of burnt out, like I have to break away. And we've seen me do this several times during the course of my YouTube career, if you want to call it that, where I just kind of just need to take a sit back and be like, yeah, you know what? Let's not do that right now. But even more so, it gives me time to reflect. Like, as I'm like just kind of going with the flow of things, I'm constantly thinking of what has gotten me from point A to point B, or what's getting me from the beginning to an ending, kind of so to speak. And each year as I get older, I always want to take time to reflect on all the stuff that's happened to me. And as my name is Rio, and I'm like a river, right? I just kind of go with the flow of things now, which is kind of a weird mixture of kind of going back to my horoscope signs. I don't really take them too seriously, but I kind of look at them as guidelines. And it's kind of weird how my zodiac signs kind of conflict with each other, but are kind of basically on the same kind of path. Really weird. But yeah, it's become my way of life. It's become how I think of things, how I come across certain situations, how I handle situations that come my way. Even when I'm helping out friends, like I try to see the bigger picture of it. And I can't do that being like all frustrated. Like I need to be in a state of mind. I think this is also why a lot of people generally come talk to me. Like I know this for a fact actually that I have friends that have gone through things that I've previously have already gone through, and they feel more comfortable talking to me about it. I know that there's been some subscribers that have come to talk to me personally, asking questions, even though YouTube's messaging sucks, and they should probably message me on Twitter or something where I'm actually going to get an alert. But whatever. I'm not. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent or whatnot. But like how they would ask me certain questions because they didn't know who else they can actually talk to, and I've always been that kind of person that's like I'm willing to talk to people. Like that's kind of been my thing. And like I said, that kind of came over time of just growing as a person, and that's another thing that Cooly Flow is. That is personal growth to a person that is changing for the better. I guess is the best way I can put it. I think if that was the pure meaning of of Cooly Flow, it's just taking the time to personally grow as a person. And that's something that I personally had to do several times. Even now, I still do it. Like that's an ongoing progress because however good I am now, I could always become better. There's always stuff that I can actually improve on myself. So let's say when my next birthday comes up, I can be like, whoa, this is what we improved on and stuff. But it's never to take a step back. It's always trying to take a step forward. Like I said, I've been through plenty of crazy shit in my life. There's been trials and there's been some major ups and some major sorrow that I've been through. There's been anger and there's been a whole chaos of feelings when it comes with me. But the one thing that I took when I actually saw that caring for other people was more beneficial than hating everything. It was just that understanding of the human connection. I think this is a reason like a lot of people do end up talking to me about certain things, like not even video games, like just life in general, or if they just need someone to talk to. Like I've always been that person that really just been there to listen and give my advice, even though it's been when I say some, there's like a lot of people that I'll give my advice to. It's like in one ear, out the other. And then when it backfires and they come back, be like, I'm like, what did I just literally just, what? We're done here. I'm just going to go. But no, in all seriousness, it's just kind of how I view things. Cooly Flow is the way that I view things. Trying to see the positive and the negative, and trying to take that negative and showing where the positive is. So that way people or / myself is not just drowning in the negativity. I really feel like I'm not explaining that well at all. But if anything, you're getting a little bit more of who I am. And I guess out of everything, that's probably the best thing that I can actually ask for. So kudos, 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 kudos. So with that, that's the Q&A, guys. That is all of it. That's all the questions. Oh man, my jaw hurts from talking so much. But as always, if you have a question, please leave it in the comment below. Wherever you're seeing this at, I will be sure to grab your questions and use it for the next Q&A. But with that being said, let's move on to the update, shall we? Let's move on to the update, because we got two projects that I need to talk about, and then just in general the future of my channel. First thing first, let's talk about Cuphead. I'm really digging that people are liking Cuphead. Wasn't expecting it, to be completely honest. Me and my best friend, we were just like, hey, let's have a day, let's record some shit. Why not? I have some free time. Let's play Cuphead. I bought you Cuphead against your will. Let's go ahead and play. Yes, by the way, just a little tidbit. Yeah, Manny, he bought that game for me when I told him not to. And he was like, nope, too late, and I listened to you. And then literally gave me the code, and I'm like, I fucking hate you. I hate you so much right now. But because of that, we have Cuphead, so here we go. So, I know we had like the first 3 episodes up on there. Episode 4 would go up, but I don't have enough footage for episode 4. And I don't have anything prior to that. And originally, about a week or so ago, we were supposed to record things, but plans really got jumbled up and mixed up into the air. And stuff happened. I can't control it. We both have separate lives. It's not like he lives here, because then we would have Cuphead done by now, most likely. But the fact of the matter is, we weren't able to get together to record. And unfortunately, because he is actually leaving the state for a little bit to go visit his family, he won't be back. He'll be back like sometime in April, but we won't be able to get together till probably May. So that being said, we probably won't see videos till maybe near the end of May. So all I can really say is just be patient. Hopefully in the end of May, maybe June, I don't know. Somewhere near the end of spring, early summer, we will most likely have more videos going, because even he was surprised. I was talking to him, I was like, if this really does really well, and quite frankly, like, because I've been posting this on and it's been doing fairly well, so I'm like, I'm happy about that. That makes me happy to know that people are actually enjoying it. And it's just kind of like, hey, we can just kick the shit and just do whatever. That really, he saw that and he was like, no, I'm really digging this. I think we should actually go ahead and do it. So yeah, hopefully once everything settles and we have some time to sit here and record, we will get that done for you and have a grand time of us just arguing and making fun of each other. So yeah, that should be a thing. So as far as Cuphead's concerned, okay, cool. Let's talk about Celeste, however. Now, Celeste is a different beast altogether, because I have the majority of that game done. However, I keep running into copyright issues with this game. I don't it's infuriating and it's irritating, and it's only because of the music in the game. And this was an issue that they even addressed on Twitter and other social media, to be like, hey, if this is happening to you, we have this pushes up there, it shouldn't be happening, but it's only because of how the music was being copyrighted. If I'm not even 100% sure how all this really goes down. My thing about it is, when they did the first announcement of this, I was like, okay, so this shouldn't be happening in the future. No, now I'm still getting hit with copyrights. And the problem with their little thing that they gave me to use is, like, the last 2 that I had to take care of, I had to wait half a month for the copyright to go away. It wasn't just instantly gone or whatnot. No, they literally made me sit there and wait, and I was like, and it irked me because I'm like, why? What, like, if this is a problem that the creator of the game knows, and the creator of the person who made all the music knows about it, and they're trying to get this thing sorted out, and it's still not like, even now, like, I have like 3 more of them that has copyright issues, and I'm like, I don't get it. It's not like I'm just having the music play, right? It's not like I'm just having a video of just a song, right? Because I can understand that, because that's what they don't want to be up on YouTube. Apparently, they don't want just the song up there. But I'm doing a blind run / let's play of this, which should be fine, but it's not. And I'm just like, are you really? So, and I send a message to the composer and whatnot, and they got back to me and stuff, and saying like, hey, if it's about the copyright, we're working on it, trying to get rid of it, and the only thing I can really do is just be patient. However, here's my thing. Here's my thing with Celeste, because I love this game. The game is really fun, challenging, makes me want to swear a lot, makes me want to throw the controller sometimes too. But my thing is, I am tempted to just put this on Twitch. I know that's something that people may not want to hear or whatnot, but I don't have this issue on Twitch. I've never had the issue on Twitch. It's just something that's happening on YouTube. And it's literally driving me nuts, because I would like to actually finish the game and have it done, but I can't, because I don't want to. I literally have to sit here and deal with each copyright that I'm getting, and it sucks. And actually, in all honesty, it basically drains any motivation that I have to continue the project, to be perfectly honest. Like, it sucks that I'm having to, and you know what really bothers me about this whole scenario that's going on? Any other indie game that I've played, I've never had this issue, right? I know there's like there was 2 games that I heard about that had issues, but it was because of the person who made that music was just basically crazy, whatever. But like, every indie game that I've played, I've never had this issue before, and the fact that I'm having this issue now, it's alarming to me personally. It is, because right now all the videos are viewable, but at the same time, these videos can be blocked. I could get a copyright strike, which that would really piss me off. Things could happen, and that's what's really alarming. Yeah, hello, interruption. Thank you. We'll get to that in a minute. But it's just something that really just irks me. So for the time being, the most I can say is that Celeste is going to be on hiatus. It really, really sucks for me to say that, but it's going to be on hiatus until this is situated, or if you guys don't mind going over to Twitch to watch the videos, there's a playlist over there. You can literally sit down and watch them. That could be a thing. But it's either they get everything situated and fix all the issues that's going on, so I don't have this issue down the road, or I just put everything on Twitch. And if you guys, like I said, if you guys don't mind going over to Twitch to watch it, please let me know. Your feedback on that would be hella helpful for me, because then I can just be like, well, fuck it on YouTube. I will get rid of it on YouTube and I would just strictly put it on Twitch. And you guys can go over there and watch it on Twitch. That does not bother me. Does not bother me whatsoever. But again, I need to know feedback. Otherwise, I'm just going to wait it out. So, we have that. Next thing that I do want to talk about, project-wise, is Kirby 64. Here's my thing, because at this given point, definitely at this given point, I started doing Kirby Star Allies. My only question with this is, would you guys be willing to watch 2 different Kirby playthroughs, or would you rather wait till Kirby Star Allies is done and then me jump into Kirby 64? Because if that's the case, again, that's something I would like. I would like to hear you guys' feedback on it. Like, I know there's games you guys want to see me play and whatnot. That's cool and all. But these are certain things that I would like to know, because I don't want to just oversaturate. Like, I love Kirby, don't get me wrong. I don't like the fact that Nintendo's basically copyright every one of the videos. But regardless of the fact, I love the game. And I love Kirby. And I wouldn't mind doing another Kirby game alongside it. But I don't want to oversaturate it with Kirby, if that makes any sense. So, if you don't mind waiting after Star Allies is done, and then I can just go ahead and start doing Kirby 64, that's cool and whatnot. And I could probably figure out what the next game I'm actually going to play on my channel is going to be, because I have no idea. I was hoping that Cuphead would be mostly done, so I have that to lay back on. And I was also kind of hoping that the whole Celeste thing was over, but, you know, apparently that's not a thing either. So, you know, yeah, kind of put me in a bit of a bind here. I do have some demos I was thinking about doing in the future to kind of pad out some time. But as for the next project, I actually don't know what the hell I want to do. I don't know what it is that I want to do for my channel. So that's a thing. But otherwise, as for the future of the channel, I did have an idea that would involve me talking about some of my favorite video games. If you guys are interested in that, y'all can let me know, because I kind of came with a title and everything up with that, so that could be a thing. Though that would take more time because of the editing, but I feel like it'd be worth it. But, yeah. Hopefully, we have all the audio and whatnot, and I can get this video out for you guys. But that's going to be all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you watched the whole thing, thank you so much. Really, that means a lot to me, and whatnot. And like I said, again, any questions for April, let me know. Any suggestions for the channel, also let me know. Just be in mind, if I am unable to get the game or whatnot, I'll let you guys know that immediately. Otherwise, I will see what I can do. But, as always, stay cooly. Oh, man. Have yourself an awesome and fantastic day. Stay safe out there. I've been Chaotix, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, later.